Well, okay then. Here we are. We are going to be. This is property off Eagle Lane, Egyptian Point Lane, and I'm going out. And this is the property on the right up in there. I believe it's 5 acres, but I'm not positive. I saw a bunch of different ones. Anyway, there's a couple buildings on there. That's kind of cool. It's got the green looking green. It looks like they're ready. You could put something on there. Looks like it's there. It's an established structure. And it's National Land for Sale. National Land Realty. Let's see here. Let's see here. If I could just zoom it in a little bit. Well, zoom it in a bunch. And it's probably got the number on it. Let's get the structures. Granted, we're on a little bit of a slope here. Well, let me take the zoom back out a little bit. Well, let me try to take the zoom back out of here. There it is. Okay. But the road, the road's very passable. And it does look like it's been plowed. Granted, there's a lot of snow here. We're almost at the end of this road. There's like one more place beyond us, beyond that. And a little bit of snow blowing here. There's another place down here on the right that we'll go right past as well. But if you look at this, it's beautiful, beautiful country. I didn't bring something to mount my camera on, so I'm kind of holding it. See, there's some people way up there. There's like a pseudo driveway going through here. Wonder what's back in there. I don't know. It's probably other people have land here that they just use seasonally. So here's the road. Nice little dip going off of there. So I'm not going very fast. Well, the road seems to be, at least graveled. Going down through here. Okay, this is another one of those land things. I think Chuck Neely is the guy that is... he's the guy who's running the show up here. And there's a road that goes to what's called Maple Ridge. It looks like they're trying to promote a development up there. I don't know what in the world you could develop other than a seasonal thing. Well, there's a very pretty cool looking, somebody built a cabin up there. Well, that's pretty cool. there is power out here. So that's something to be said for that, because then at least you're on the grid in that regard, as much as you would want to be. It's awfully quiet out here. There's only one other set of tracks other than me coming up this road, and we're almost, let's see here, we're almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not like there's a lot of traffic here, shall we say. That guy down there, it looks like he's trying to grow some veal. That's my guess. Veal operator. Or calves, if not veal, at least some type of calf. Looks like they have kids. They have skis out front. Interesting. Looks like they might have a grow shed. I'm not sure. Well, it'll be okay though. It's legal now, right? Thank goodness. Okay. Coming down. Look at that beautiful mountain right there. There's somebody with a shed. He's got stuff on there. Stuff in his shed. Down through here, making my way back towards Monterey. I think those are 2 pieces of property that I was looking at on Zillow. I'm not sure, but I think they're pretty reasonable. I mean, granted, it's it's way out here. Still, I mean, like I say, the road not unreasonable. It's not like you're going to go sliding off. And some roads are like much higher than this. Right. This is the main road back. And it's a bit of a trek in that, let's see here. I turned this on I want to say right around Churchville. Whoa, dang, I missed that. It was dang it, that was a deer that ran across the road. So you'd want to be careful. There's deers out here. Sorry I missed that. Anyway, cool, off the grid, out of the way thing. And also, when I turned off on this road, there is a farmer that looks like he's growing fruit trees. And I'm thinking to myself, fruit tree grower, how bad could he be? I'm all about the neighbors, but hey, if you're growing fruit trees, that's a great sign. Oh, here's another farmhouse. I thought maybe it was for Pleasant Brook Farms. I thought maybe it was for dairy, but the more I look at it, I don't think it is. I think it's just a cow-calf thing going on. Oh, that dog almost got hit. Okay, all right, let me just keep this thing out front so that you can see the animals as they come through. Okay, moving along down. This is sort of like the entrance way. See, if you look right here, you can see on my GPS a little bit of a trek getting back. But that is some gorgeous land out here, at least under the snow or in the snow. It's beautiful, very refreshing. I hope people are just kind of like enjoying the winter scene out here. Those guys that had the skis on their porch, probably, you wonder if they go skiing and I wonder if those are snow skis or water skis. I don't know, because there was a boat in one of the sheds. That's a pretty looking house. Alright, so we're cooking along, going down through here. On a really cool February day in 2026. We're just looking at some of the properties that are being advertised on Zillow. See, look at that. That's pretty cool. Surrounded by mountains. We're in a little valley here. And there's something to be said for mountains. There's some pretty pasture right there. Wide open spaces. Another farmhouse down there. Again, that's beautiful winter view. I suspect in the spring and the summer the trees are probably in full foliage and it'd be tough to see all this. Oh, there's another big house over there. I think this is like old farmland. So this, I mean, look at this road. I mean, this is like paved perfectly. Well maintained. It's been plowed. I mean, dang. Not that I would be, if I did this, winter would probably not be huge on my list, but it would be nice to know you could get out here. There's somebody else with cow calves going on, some other farmers just enjoying their property. Coming down through here, again, you can see the mountaintops. Oh, there you go. All right, so that looks to me like a fruit tree farm, or in the very least a tree farm. It could be early signs of an orchard, because I don't see anything sprouting out. It also could be early signs of maybe grapes, but I don't think there's grapes in there. I think we're looking at a tree farm. It looks pretty good size. I mean, look how big it is. It goes on and on. It makes me wonder who's doing trees out here. Although we did trees on the property. And we got another big old house. I think they must be connected to this tree farm. I would think. I could be wrong. And then right down there is, unless that's the parsonage for that church. And then we're on Mill Gap Road, 84 East and West. So this is the road coming out of off of 220, which is the road that comes out of Monterey. And again, look at all the little birds flying around. It's just a pretty cool place. I don't know. I enjoy being out in the country a little bit. Granted, it's not like you could run down and get you'd want to make sure you're stocked up on your milk. I don't think you running down here on the milk, it might be tough. Anyway, you can see this valley. I came over that mountain over there right in front of us and into, well, farther down, but into Monterey. And then took this, not this road, but 220 out of Monterey. And that was like, I think it's about 8 miles on this road. I think something to that effect. So we're driving back to Monterey, so you get an idea of how far is it from Monterey. And because Monterey is kind of like the hub. It's not it's not what you call a giant city or anything like that, but it is sort of the hub for this community, I believe, up here. And boy, I tell you, look at those mountains over there, and then you got all this snow over here, and we're just cruising down the road. I wish I had brought something to mount this, but I didn't. So it's just me holding the camera as I cruise down the road. And seeing people on the road and cows and calves. So this looks like there's more like a beef kind of operation going over here. There's another bunch of cattle right there. And some fenced in pasture over here. Very nice. Oh look, there's more cattle up there. More cattle. That's, looks like a Hereford cross there, or an Angus Hereford. Oh, that's kind of a weird cross looking thing there. Maybe not Hereford, but looks like a Angus cross or something. Area. I just love all the trees. That's not something that we don't get this type of tree down in Tidewater. So this is a different kind of tree going on down here. Thinking we're gonna end up on 220 here shortly, but it's taking its time. Well, it is. It's like 8 miles. It's a few miles down here. I've seen a lot of deer up and around here, jumping around. Probably not the kind of road you want to go speeding on. Right, let's see here. I wonder if I could just set this on here. Maybe. I guess we'll see. We'll see if it stays. It'd be really cool if I had some tape. I could tape it on there. Gap Road. That's what this is Mill Gap Road. Well, now, what do we got coming up here? We have an intersection. 640. Yeah, that's not us. That's Meadowdale Road. Oh, check it out. There must be some Amish up here. Look for a horse and buggy. I haven't seen any horses or buggies out today. Today is Friday. I don't know if Friday is a busy time here or not. Doesn't appear to be. Again with the mountains. Another, looks like cow-calf operation going on here. Probably that's how they justify their land. I don't know if anybody's truly living off the land here, but maybe they might be. It's getting to be more and more popular. I'd love to have a little farm, like a little farmhouse, you know. Ooh. Out and about somewhere, off the road, and yet not too far off the road. I think that's the Jackson River that we just crossed over. Very little creek at this point, so there is a place called Headwaters around this place. And Headwaters is also just a bump in the road. But Jackson River is over there. You can see it. It's down in there. Still cooking. That looks like the place, there's a little dump there where you can dump your stuff. Okay. Warm Springs to the right, Monterey to the left. That's 220. Jackson River Restaurant, Bakery, open Friday. Huh. How interesting that is. I wonder where that is. Here comes the rush hour. 3 miles from Monterey. call those the foothills, but up here we call them mountains. And this is cleared out by the glaciers. Came down through here. That's the thought. Almost back to Monterey. Just a couple more miles, and we will be there. I guess there's pluses and minuses to living over there. You got to get across that little river. As we both know, the bridge to do that can be a little bit iffy. Ah, there's the Jackson Baker and Deli. Jackson River Baker and Deli. I wonder what they make. If I was, not really very hungry, so I don't feel the need to go in there. But you never know. Oh, there's the livestock barn right there. Hence all the cattle operations around this joint. I wonder if they have anybody coming over to bleed their cattle. I used to do that many years ago as a veterinarian. No longer do I do that. Alright, so I think we're coming into the town. Of Monterey. There's a little sign. General store. I've been in there before. They have a little bit of everything. Not a lot, but a little bit of everything. Here at the Family Dollar Store in Monterey.